Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 80 of WCW. I'm Swarls, and it's right where we left off last episode. It's January 1st, 1995. We already checked out all these awards, but it's a new year, new me. Except, I mean, it's not really that new, but we do have some plans. We have to decide if we're still going to push Triple H, or excuse me, John Paul Levesque after his very bad performance in his debut. But you know what? Maybe it would be a challenge to push someone shitty. Because right now we're just kind of just pumping out 100s. So maybe that's what we'll do. But right now, the next thing on the docket would be Clash of the Champions 30, which is in 16 days. That will be a Nitro branded Clash of the Champions. So that's what we're building to. Can we check new workers? Yeah, sure. News. And then we want new workers. Don Montoya. Phantom Funakoshi. Boom Boom Kamini. Now these are some workers. Mazada. Inquisidor. Brian Cannon. Luther Biggs. Joe Fowler, who he's like a backstage. That's a guy doing a backstage interview at like a SummerSlam, but I don't remember this guy at all. Larry Young, Scotty Zappa, Mike Legacy, Abyss. Oh my God, we could book Abyss in 1995. How old is he? 21. Abyss, low key old. Johnny Webb, Lenny Lane, Dawn Marie, sure. And that is it for 1995. All these other ones seem to be randos. And then December 94. It's not all randoms. But I guess he doesn't add people just on the first of the year. But it does seem like that a lot of people get added on the first year. Oh, baby. Cassidy Riley and Chris Harris. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. But I guess this is just for a lot of wrestlers. He probably just defaults to January 1st, because, like, who knows when those guys, you can't get exact dates for everybody. Probably defaults to January 1st. Scoot Andrews, seeing more and more people I recognize from the ROH 2003 save. Alright, let's get out of this. It should be interesting to see how 1995 is different from 1994, because 1994 was quite different from 1993. Although that was mostly 1994, like at the end of 93, we buy All Japan and then we start Nitro. We started Nitro at the beginning of 94. So 94 was like crazy different from 1993. I don't think that will continue, but hey, who knows? Okay. We re-signed all these people. Oh, hey. Inoki's here. Richard Slinger wants more money. Yeah, that's fine. See if WWF improves in 1995. Well, if it's anything like real life, 1995 is about as bad as it gets for them. So, we will see. Michael Hayes wants more money. I ain't sure. We don't use you, so whatever, man. Inoki face. Yeah, you're gonna be a baby face. I think so. Oh, man. As a result of the wage matching clause in the contract, Ultimate Warrior has his wages increased. I am so glad we're letting Warrior walk. Get the fuck out of here. You are no Antonio Inoki, Ultimate Warrior. Oh, Randy Savage gets it too? Oh, boy. Oh, he's not here for 25 days. I thought he was coming right in. Alright. Because he was leaving New Japan, so I thought he was available. But I guess they're just not renewing him, so I guess he's still under contract. Our broadcasting deal with Gaora Sports ends 30 days left. I don't think we need to do that. I think we need the Nippon TV one because that's the big broadcaster there. Have you seen the news that Sabu passed away? Yeah, I saw. That was very sad. Watched the match with Janela live. He did not look good in that match, but he hasn't looked good in any match for like a decade, so that didn't really stand out to me. But yeah, that was a real bummer. All right, let's look at these broadcasting deals. All right, Nippon TV is very big. I mean, we're not going to get a better deal in Japan than Nippon TV. So, are they both up? They are both up. Do we not have an events deal with them? Because oh no, we have a separate events one. And that is also, yes, all right. We should just extend everything. Huh. But there's, hmm. So, chat, what's going to happen here? They won't let me extend the a contract for events because apparently we're supposed to give them 10 more, but the contract runs out on February 1st. So like what's going to happen on February 1st? Are we going to lose the deal or have we just signed a new one? Are they going to hold us to like not pay us until we give them the rest of the episodes? Like what happens? Okay, there's a lot of time left on the Nitro deal. That's fine. I mean, whatever we can, as long of a deal as they'll take, honestly, because we're not like this is the best deal we can get in Japan. We're getting 82s every week. That's fine. All right. TBS still has a year. Nitro still has a year. Oh, Turner Premiere was the other one. I wonder if we could get a better events coverage in America then, because Turner Premiere is big, but there's probably very big, right? Show me pay-per-view. We'll negotiate in America. Okay. Cable pay-per-view. There we go. Cablevision, Dish Network. Dish Network is huge. And then there's Ubiquity, which is I've never heard of Ubiquity, but apparently it's very big. I mean, listen, if we can get on Dish, let's get on Dish. We're gonna be stuck on Turner because of the ownership. Okay. Should have seen that coming. Yeah, should have seen that coming. Alright, Turner Premiere, I guess we're sticking with you. Oh, they want us to do 12 a year? Sure. Sure. Chat, we have to do 12 pay-per-views this year. I don't know if we have that many on the schedule. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 2 Nights at Starrcade makes it 12. Beautiful. No, we're good. I guess while we're spending all this time doing broadcasting, we can, for the millionth time, try to see if we can get better deals anywhere. But I don't imagine we will. Just looking for anything outside of the U.S. or Japan. I mean, it would probably be faster to just go like coverage in Canada, Peachtree TV. Yeah, the problem with these ones is we can't go on there because there has conflicting coverage in America. Yes, TBS blocks it. It has to be a Canadian-only broadcaster, which is why this shitty Rogers deal is the only thing we can get. Then the rest, yeah, I assume it's still just nothing. Still just nothing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer. Alright. Eventually we'll buy one of these lucha companies, and then we'll get our Mexico pop. WWF has also extended all of their contracts. Alright, let's book this Nitro. Where haven't we gone in a while? Southwest, December 5th. Last time we were here, we went to Las Vegas. We're gonna get 21,000? Jeez. Alright, let's go to the Delta Center. Salt Lake City. Sure. I believe in both of these series right now. I'm just farming character ideas. I would like ones better than Likely's. That would be sick. Alright. I mean, we got 3 Likely's, so we can at least play with that, but that could have gone better. We are getting a lot more points per session since we got Eddie Gilbert off the team, though. I do think Eddie Gilbert was causing a lot of problems. Marty Jannetty and Lioness Asuka apparently have butted heads backstage and were furious with each other. Okay. Rie Tamada has an ankle idea. I have an idea for an angle where you put me on television and do anything with me ever. I'll think about that, Rie. We got some training. Dustin Rhodes yelled at Bobby Heenan. Sting wants to put over Ultimo Dragon. Wow. Wow. Okay. We have another, like, weird promise, don't we? Jumbo Saruta? Also, bro. Everyone wants to put over Ultimo Dragon. The problem is, the people that keep offering to do it are baby faces, which makes it weird. Oh, is there... I'm trying to think of any way I can make either of those make sense. I'm not really thinking of anything. Alright. Okay. What did we book on Nitro last week? We did a big 8-man tag. We set up Bam Bam Bigelow as a new member, and then we also just let him leave, right? I think Bam Bam Bigelow is about to go to the WWF. So that didn't go great. I mean, we don't really do triple threats, but yes, that would work. I try not to book a ton of like multi-man matches because they didn't really do that at the time, but we've done a couple. Uh, it when it's been like absolutely needed because like two people had terrible chemistry and stuff like that. Regal saves Owen. Okay, we have Owen and Regal babyface tag team, so they gotta have a match for sure. Sasuke's feuding Tenru now, right? Of course. Marty. Can we do something with Marty? Like, we could do, like, Marty, Ultimo, and Sting, but the question would be, like, why is Sting in this match? You know? Okay. Alright. Debbie. Creative ideas. Oh, he has some safe bets. Beautiful. Alright. Debbie's got hot momentum. Gotta keep trying to get Debbie over. Alright, so let's book what we know we're booking. Let's do Owen Hart and Steven Regal teaming up on television for the first time. They're taking on, I don't know, two heels. Lance Storm is supposed to be teaming with Chris Jericho, right? Why is one a heel and one a face? How did we fuck that up? Am I able to change either one of them? Oh, he's preparing to turn. Okay, we're having them work heel. So, and we're changing his gimmick. Okay. Let's give him some momentum, and then we can put him on TV to tease this turn without the crowd yelling at us. Start the safe bet. Why does this happen? Alright, very warm momentum. Very warm should be fine. Alright, so we're gonna... Granted, that still doesn't help us for this Owen Hart and Steve Regal match. In fact, I think we're gonna go... I think we're gonna bring guys up from Dev. Who works heel? Alex Wright works heel. PCO works heel. Canyon. D'Lo Brown. Mike Modest. Mike Bucci. Let's do Mike Bucci and Canyon. Just guys that... Two heels that do a lot of moves. Let's bring them up. Mike Bucci. Let's have Regal get the win. He's a newly turned babyface. Okay. Let's do... see. So at that clash, we're doing Austin and Jumbo for the belt. We're doing Masawa and Dr. Death. That's a thing... Like, those guys have been wrestling each other, but we haven't really set up that, like, Dr. Death is wrestling Masawa. So we should probably do that. Doing an Ultimo and Marty rematch. Yeah, Canyon and Mike Bucci would be a cool tag team. They would do a bunch of fucking weird... they would invent a bunch of weird double team moves that no one does. We're doing Hanson and Gordy. We're doing Oh, Sabu and Bam Bam. We need to set that up, like, fast, because Bam Bam is, like, leaving, right? Oh, no, we did... no. His contract expires on the 27th. Yeah. So he's leaving, like, ASAP. So we need to very quickly build up this match with Sabu so that he can lose and then like go to the WWF. Uh, all right, so let's do. I mean, since this is a short thing, let's just go to the 6-man tag. Fuck it. Dustin Rhodes, Ron Simmons, and Sabu taking on Bam Bam Bigelow, Brian Pillman, and Jerry Lynn. Give these guys some time. Well, don't go and give them. This is probably not a main event match. Let's give them like 12. Storytelling. I'm going to have Bam Bam actually pin Sabu, but I'm going to have it be tainted. Sabu is unhappy. Are you that much more popular? You have 80, 81, blah, blah, Bam Bam. Bam Bam is more... Bam Bam is more popular. That's okay. You know what? Bam Bam's leaving. I was gonna, like, have him cheat to win to set up a rematch. But screw it. You know what? Sabu's right. Sabu's gonna pin Bam Bam Bigelow. We're gonna set it up that way. Why give Bam Bam a win? He's leaving. And then afterwards, we will have Bam Bam attack Sabu. To set up, you know, give them an angle for why the match is happening. All those other guys from the 6-man tag would be out there, but I don't feel like adding them. Sabu might be more popular if you combine like every territory. I only really looked at the US, but yeah, that usually doesn't matter. Yeah, it's gonna be weird booking Sabu for a little bit. I thought about like, oh, maybe I shouldn't book him, but I was like, half the people we book on this save are dead, so it'd be weird not to use them. Let's see. We gotta get Dr. Death ready for this Triple Crown match. We gotta heat him up. I'm assuming he won this 8-man tag, but I don't actually know that. But I'm gonna assume I was smart enough to have Dr. Death win that 8-man tag. Yeah, I mean, you may have noticed that I have not booked said person, and people have asked, and I've always kind of been like, I think I'm all right. I don't think Dr. Death can talk, but we're gonna try it. Dr. Death, Misawa. We'll send Ventura out there as just in case, you know. Actually, no, do we have any angle ideas? No, we never have angle. We have... Rie Tamada gave me a very risky angle idea. I had a feeling she did that. Alright. Alright, Vader and Rick Rude. What's going on with Vader and Rick Rude? This is very hot. This could... Alright, we've made the match at Clash official already. Vader has poor moment. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're booking a main event. We're booking a 2v2. We're booking Big Van Vader and Jumbo Saruda against Steve Austin and Rick Rude. That's what we're booking. That's our main event of the evening. And we are... Vader has poor stuff, so he's just going to pin Rick Rude here. As long as Rick Rude is cool with it. But it's Vader, so, like, he should be cool with it. Yes, okay, great. I got thrown off after Sabu refused earlier. Tenru. Tenru is doing the... Alright. Sasuke, you have warm up. Alright. This is... Alright, this is going to be risky, but we're going to use one of these likelies for Sasuke here. Okay. Very warm momentum. Perfect. Now we can book Sasuke. Great, Sasuke. You are going to wrestle... Poor Doug Furnace really has nothing to do with his partner injured. So, 10 minutes. Open. I could probably tell these guys to cook, right? I mean, Sasuke for sure. Sasuke is really good tech, and I'm assuming Doug Furnace is really good tech. Should I give them a tech? It's not as high as I thought it would be. Actually, Doug Furnace's stats in general, not as high as I thought they'd be. Alright, we're just going to do 10 minutes open regular. I would like Sasuke to win, and since he's kind of in a feud with Tenru, we're going to do botched interference by Tenru. Doug Furnace is furious. Here's the thing, Doug Furnace. You are not popular enough for me to be upset about this. Chat, remind me to give Doug Furnace like $5,000 after the show. Debbie Malenko. Let's give you Rie Tamada. I've never really booked Furnace in singles matches. Yeah, no one has. I'll give them like 8 minutes. Open. Debbie gonna win. And then I'm worried about this, but I'm gonna have Debbie cut a promo afterwards. Are they in a storyline? I should check that. No, they are not. I should just have a storyline called Women's Title that we keep adding to. Last week, Bull Nakano cut a promo that was basically like, I'm the unstoppable champion. Nobody can beat Bull Nakano. And Debbie Malenko is going to cut a promo that's basically like, I can beat Bull Nakano. She's a liar. She's a bully, etc., etc. All right. What is Sting doing at this Clash? I don't have Sting really doing anything. I know we want to do Sting and Masawa after the Dr. Death match. So that's like the next Nitro pay-per-view. Oh, we got to do something with Stan and Terry Gordy. We have a lot of wrestling on the show, so I'm going to do just like a backstage sneak attack angle. Where Terry Gordy is going to attack Stan Hansen. Okay. We only got 6 more minutes, so someone should cut a promo. And that someone is Sting. We've also done nothing with Ultimo. Oh, man, it's so tempting to just be like, all right, Sting, you want to put over Ultimo? Here you go. You know what? We can make this happen. We might have to change some stuff and make some stuff shorter, but we can actually do this. Sting. He's going to come out and cut an open challenge promo. I don't got anything going on tonight. I've been in a bad mood since losing the title. Anyone back there who thinks, wants a shot at the Stinger, come on out. And it'll be Ultimo Dragon. And Sting's going to be like, okay, not who I was expecting, but let's see what you got, kid. What's Ultimo's pop? It's more than you would think. We fucked around and got him over. Like high 60s, low 70s. 82 in the Southwest, which is where we are. So this is a good place to do it. They love Ultimo Dragon in Utah, baby. And then we've got 10 more minutes. All right, I want to give this match 10 minutes, so I'm going to take 2 off of this 6-man tag. I'm going to give them 10. And then we are going to do Ultimo. Sting. 10 minutes. Open. Ultimo is winning. And since we want to keep the Marty inner thing, he's feuding Marty right now. I want to get him involved. We'll do botched interference to keep Sting a little protected. We'll have Marty accidentally beat Sting. Even though Sting is literally out here going like, I want to do the job. This will also advance the storyline, and that'll be good, because this should be a really good match. And it'll also help the match, because then it won't just be a cold match. The storyline will be involved. No, do not put the light heavyweight title on the line in a match with Sting. Why are we yellow? Doug Furnace. Okay, we're good. I think we should just open with that Sting Open Challenge. I mean, that's a hot open. Terry Gray, okay. We need something between this tag match and the main event. Trying to remember if Sting vs. Ultimo's actually happened. I can't imagine they've had a singles match, but maybe at like a house show or something. Or we need to move this. Actually, I think we'd probably just move this down the card. It's because this is just like a squash match. Like, let's put this here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think this is a good show. I think we can get like a 92 on this. $97 for this, but this is just a Sting promo. Ultimo, they simply play his music and he comes out, so he's not really doing a lot here. 88 on the match, hell yeah. Really good match. And I do think it helped to have the storyline here, so it wasn't just considered like a cold match. So thank you, Marty Jannetty. We did get the odd heel face penalty, but it didn't seem to really matter. 90, 85, 88. That seems just what it would be. 78 for the attack angle, sure. 66 for this tag squash match. Canyon was off his game. Bad time to be off your game, Canyon. Regal looked excellent out. Regal got a 90 this match. He did look excellent out there. $51 for Debbie and Rie. They cooled the crowd. Oh, I haven't had a match cool the crowd in a long time. And then Debbie's going to cut a promo after this, which is going to cool the crowd even more. Okay. All right, so apparently there's pros and cons to heating people's momentum up so that we can get them on the show. Pro is we can get them on the show. Con is maybe they shouldn't be on the show. Yeah, this promo did real bad. We kind of expected this, but I thought maybe Debbie could surprise us. 66, they did not click. That sucks. That sucks a lot. I'm glad I didn't tell them to cook, because that probably would have done even worse if I told them to steal the show. $77 for this promo. Misawa and Ventura both there. Ventura, you were there to make sure... Ventura was there to make sure this worked, and somehow Steve Williams was the best guy in this promo. That's wild. 74 for the 6-man tag. Sure. $75 for Bam Bam attacking Sabu. 89 main event. Okay, kind of thought this should be in the 90s. Especially since everyone but Jumbo broke a 90. I guess Jumbo kind of dragged us down a little bit here. But, I mean, an 89 main event is a very good TV main event. No complaints. I don't think we're going to break a 90 like I thought. No, we got an 89. We take an 89. That's good. Financial report. We made a lot of money. Pop recap. Maritimes. Let's go, baby. All right. It's me, Lou Fabiano. I thought Bam Bam was... I could have sworn Bam Bam was going back. All right, I guess we kept Bam Bam. All right, I guess there was no reason to rush the thing, but whatever. I mean, he's having a match with Sabu at the pay-per-view. That's good. Was there someone else that WWF was taking from us? Oh, it's Tully. It's Tully that's going to WWF. You're in the Maritimes? No shit. Get out of here. Maritimes. The Maritimes always gives us trouble in the TEW because it's set up, there's, I'm sure, as you're aware, not a lot of people in the Maritimes, so you can only get your pop-up so high there. But then it hurts you getting, good TV deals in Canada because it'll be like, well, you don't have high enough popularity in every province. And it's like, well, we can't go higher in the Maritimes. Yes. Yeah, Tully's going to... He's either going to the... Maybe he'll come to his senses and go to the WWF, but yes, he might be going to Herb Abrams' UWF, which is crazy. Would you book Jimmy Snuka? I mean, Jimmy Snuka in 1995, even if he wasn't a potential murderer, I don't think I would book him, because he would be fucking cooked, but... No, I would not, but, if we were doing a 1984 WWF save, I'd probably be like, I'm good on Jimmy Snuka. Vader, Don Callis, Terry Font. Right. Right. We signed Liz Mark Jr. Right. I assume we're sending him to Dev. Yeah, he's 21 years old. You can go to Smoky Mountain for a little bit, man. Man, some weeks I come back to WCW and I know exactly what we're doing, but I forgot everything we did last week. I don't know what the fuck happened. What's going on with Aku and Hulk Hogan? Oh shit. Get his ass, Haku. That's the opposite of what I said, Jeb Noble. This is beyond twisting what I said. This is just you're just inventing things. I was just pointing out that aside from being a bad person, he also sucks as a wrestler. Give Doug Furnish shut the fuck up money. Thank you. No, I would still not book him. If you guys want to book now, what the fuck is now? Network of Wrestling. Small Japanese wrestling promotion that mirrors itself after Tenryu's SWS in terms of style. Why would you mirror yourself after Tenryu's failed SWS promotion? That's probably why I've not heard of them. Alright, well, good luck to them. I will not be taking their booking job. Tully Blanchard has agreed to an extension with UWF on an exclusive written contract. He really did it. He really left us to work for Herb Abrams' UWF. Which also, in this bizarro universe, still exists in 1995. Alright, well, good luck, Tully. Right, we're doing house show loop in Canada to try and cheese the... Okay, we drew 80 people in Quebec, so that's great. Hey, I mean, shoot or shoot. You know, I appreciate now's moxie to be like, hey, head booker of WCW, you want to book now? And I was just like, no, I mean, good luck, best of luck to y'all, but no. Hey man, here's $5,000. Oh, you know what? He's very happy. I'll give him the money anyway. Here's $5,000. Oh, I also wanted to check if Ultimo immediately got a huge pop increase. He did. He was high 60s, low 70s. Now he's mid 70s pretty much everywhere. Although weirdly still just an 82 in the Southwest. Maybe his start quality's decent. I was going to say maybe 82 is just his cap on pop, but I don't think so. Damn, okay. All right, so Tully, I don't think Tully makes the pay-per-view. So we probably have to redo this fucking sold out card. Let me actually check that. Tully, what are you doing, man? Tully. Expires on the 27th of January. And let's see, sold out is on the 29th of January. So he would, I mean, we could move it up a week, but where's the fun? Let's just rebook all of Sold Out. Also, then it would just be like 1 week after the Clash. That's too soon. All right. Let's get the notepad out here. All right. So Tully was supposed to wrestle Arn, but now Tully is going to the WWF. I think we have to redo this. I think Rick needs just 3 new horsemen. I think we still turn Arn and Hennig. But then I think we'll have to write Tully off somehow. And then I think Rick should just get 3 new horsemen. Just a whole new crew. Because we're already adding Martel and Levesque. Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll probably just run the Tully and Arn on, the go-home for the pay-per-view. That makes sense to me. Show me people on Saturday already, although I guess it doesn't super matter. Show me heels. I don't imagine there's going to be anyone like on the roster ready to go for this spot, because this is kind of a big spot. I mean, John Paul Levesque is also not ready for the spot, but we're going to give it to him anyway. Rick Rude. I mean, Rick Rude is he's on the other brand and in the middle of a big feud. Like, we could do Savage, I guess, but I don't think Savage would play second banana to Ric Flair, you know? That doesn't seem like it would work. If we hadn't made Barry Windham a spooky cowboy, he would have been a good fit for this. But yet, we did what we did. All right. Is there someone we could turn that's already on this brand? Sorry, I scrolled by Kamala and just started giggling at the thought of Kamala in the Four Horsemen. No, there's no one immediately on the brand who I'm like, oh yeah, that's the guy. Do we want to throw another dev guy in? That seems like a really big spot for 2 dev guys. Alex Wright. Road Dogg. Just the DX ass 4 Horsemen with Road Dogg and Triple H in it. Inoki is a crazy idea. Although he's not here for 26 days, and he might be strictly a babyface. I don't know if we can put him in the 4 Horsemen. Although I'm willing to check, because that's such a crazy pull. But I think he's strictly a babyface. Yeah, he's 100% a babyface. As he should be. Alright, let's look. We haven't looked at free agents in a while. Alright, give me wrestlers to hire with I don't know, 45 pop in the USA. I don't need a big star, but someone workable. Baron Von Raschke, Billy Jack Haynes. Bring back Bobby, and we just let him. Bobby, things have changed. Bull Payne, Butch Reed. Dynamite Kid. I assume Dynamite Kid is oh, he's in decent physical condition. That's surprising. Nick, Baba, Greg Valentine, Hercules Hernandez, Honky Tonk Man, Chief Swenson, Jerry Lawler. Speak of the devil. Literally the devil. Ken Patera, Kevin Sullivan, Orndorff. It probably could be Orndorff, but it's not very exciting. Oh, he's the Israeli champion. Great. The Destroyer. Tito Santana and Virgil. Put Virgil in the Horseman. Put Virgil in the Horseman. Everybody, I can't hear you. No, we will not be putting Virgil in the Horseman. There's not really any big names here. Everyone, and the big names that are here are old, right? It's like, like unironically, Bobby Eaton is maybe the best option. Uh, Hercules Hernandez. Jerry Lawler. I mean, he's popular. Kevin Sullivan probably has the pop, but he doesn't have the vibe. He's not a suit wearer, you know. He's a fucking he would be more fit in like the Vampiro feud. Uh, 1 second, please. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take. But with that said, I still don't know what we're taking with the Horsemen. I don't see a good external candidate here. Maybe we'll just have someone switch brands. Who's on Saturday? Wrong brand. We already know who's on Saturday. Who's on Nitro? The contract stuff just happened with WWF. Everyone came and went. Like anyone we were poaching from WWF, we would have taken already. Tenru would be fucking wild. And like all he's doing on Nitro is having a weird feud with the Great Sasuke. I kind of like it. Negro Casas would also be wild. I don't think he really fits with the group, but it would be wild. All right, we are putting Genichiro Tenru in the Four Horsemen. The new Four Horsemen is going to be Ric Flair, Tenru, Rick Martel, and Triple H. What a fucking insane group. So this is now Arn versus fucking Tenru. What if we all pray really hard for Liger? I mean, you can try. I also love the idea of Liger in the Four Horsemen, like still wearing his mask and like his full getup, but like he's got like a fucking tailored suit and then the shoulder pads on top of the suit and then the mask. That would be crazy. All right. That's How did this happen? How did we get here? All right. I guess we are going to the Mid-Atlantic. So we were here, we went to West Virginia. Are we still like pay-per-view sized? No, that's just what, okay. All right, we're going to the Capitol Center in DC. No, I was just saying how we don't have any angle ideas. Yeah, hit me. Great. Likely for Ric Flair. Ric Flair will never need one. Likely for Dustin Rhodes on a character idea. All right, whatever. You know what? How about a finish? Bit of a gamble. Okay. Safe bet. All right. Man, if I didn't if I didn't think I could get Savage to play second banana to Ric Flair, I don't know how we were going to get Hogan to do it. Joey Maggs did a poker tournament. Training. Sean Waltman and Ken Shamrock got into a heated argument. Okay. All right. So last week we we put Ultimate Warrior in a casket and set him on fire. we told them to get out of the territory, which was funny, but led to a not very good show because it had a Vampiro and Ultimate Warrior main event. All right. Arn, you're set to turn, right? How many thingamajigs? Only 2. Okay. And I assume Kurt is also only 2. Yes. All right. So we need to do a promo then. Of all the 4 horsemen yelling at each other. So Rick, Kurt, Arn, Tully. Just these guys all yelling at each other about losing that match last week. We did partner miscommunication, so just 4 guys at each other's throats. We had Battlecat beat Al Perez. I believe we had Richard Slinger watching that from afar, if I remember correctly. Because Richard Slinger is about to be doing his I hate gimmick. I am a serious wrestler. Battlecat is a joke, that kind of thing. I don't think we've given him a match yet, so he should probably have a match. I don't think he's wrestled on TV. No, we had him beat Larry Zbyszko. Okay, I stand corrected. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to have Battlecat win a match again. Battlecat, I think you wrestled Al Perez last week. Linus, why are you here, Linus Asuka? I think Mike Barton is about to leave, so Mike Barton, you can lose to the Battlecat. Somehow we've never done that. Battlecat will win. And then after the match, Richard Slinger is going to show up and beat the shit out of Battlecat. Did I put them in a storyline? So I sure did. All right, great. So that's a storyline development. And this is one of those things where I assume he's really beating the shit out of him, and then the commentators are like, what is the meaning of what does Richard Slinger have against Battlecat? Like that kind of thing. Oh, you know what? Boogie Woogie Man, you're getting attacked too. He's gonna try to stop Richard Slinger. You know he's punching the Boogie Woogie Man. Who's gonna do a big over the top sell, and they're gonna go, "Oh, he punched Jimmy Valiant. He's just a manager." Real different vibe from what we were doing on Nitro. Uh, Vampiro's gonna cut a promo. I'm gonna let him cook. That might be a bad idea. And then his other guys should simply be there. So Shockmaster, Widowmaker. Basically, he's going to cut a promo about how, you'll never see Ultimate Warrior here again. Well, he's a spooky character, so he'll probably talk about how he vanquished the Ultimate Warrior to the Dark Realm or some shit like that. But that's the gist of the promo is, we sent the Warrior away, we're done with the Warrior. Now it's time to focus on winning gold. So I guess they should also focus on the Steiner brothers. Because they want the tag team titles. Have I started that as a storyline? I don't think I have. No, I haven't. I will know the Steiners versus Spooky Boys. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, Vampiro, the Widowmaker, the Shockmaster. Alright, great. We never did add this as a stable. I still don't know what they're called. What do you call a group of vampires? A coven. A clan. I like coven. The coven. Oh. Well, they're kind of both the muscle. Actually, no. Shockmaster is the muscle. And then Widowmaker, I would say, is a member. All right, and I think they should also win a match because we're trying to build them up as tag contenders. So let's do Vampiro and the Widowmaker. Taking on... Wait, no, they are heels. They need to wrestle faces. I mean, Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers are looking right at us. Okay. 10 minutes is probably... Let's go like 8. Also, another thing I meant to do last week after that stupid match. Did we even get Vampiro that over with that whole stupid storyline? Yeah, no, we did. Also weirdly over in the Southwest. I assume I assume with him and Ultimo, that is bleed over from Mexico because they are popular there. Although more popular in the Southwest than in Mexico, so that's interesting. But yes, we did actually get him a bit over. So it wasn't a complete waste. Okay. Alright, Avalanche and Finley kicked Funk's ass, sure. Uh, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do the singles match as the main event because that won't be at the pay-per-view. Let's do Terry Funk and Avalanche one-on-one in the main event. It's a little risky, but we're gonna have Avalanche get the win with interference from Dave Finlay. And then we're going to do a post-match angle where Dave Finlay and Avalanche are beating up Terry. And then he's going to be saved by Roddy Piper. What I like about this is that Roddy Piper and Kamala were teaming with Warrior, and then last week Warrior got burned alive in a casket or whatever, and they're just not gonna. They're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna have them like cut a promo about like, oh no, Warrior's like he's just. I'm helping Terry Funk now. Whatever, man. Oh, John Pierre needs to win a match. Um, I assume last week we gave him Nikita Koloff. Am I correct about that? No, we didn't give him Nikita Koloff. He's getting Nikita Koloff. Koloff's going to be mad that he's losing to John Paul, but he is leaving the territory, so I don't care. Last week we did... challenge. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero showed up, and then they did a post-match fight last week. Alright, so let's do these guys talking to each other. Eddie character development. Randy character development. They're going to challenge each other to a tag match next week where, you know, you find a partner, I'll find a partner. Next week, let's have a tag match. And I think both in kayfabe and real life, we have no idea who these guys' partners are going to be because Savage is always like a lone wolf, loose cannon, and Eddie Guerrero just showed up on this brand. He doesn't really have any friends, so we'll figure it out. I didn't know if we were going to have room for a book this dummy, but we got it. All right, we got like 10 more minutes. So Steamboat and Austin are in that weird kind of place where I'm waiting for Steve. Like, I don't want Ricky to challenge Steve Austin for the world title yet because I don't want to like give away the outcome of the Clash match. Um, so I think I'll just have Steamboat beat somebody. You know what? Let's bring up a kid. Let's bring up a kid to have a match with Steamboat. That'll be good for them. Taz? Taz. Let's bring up Taz to have a match with Ricky Steamboat. That sounds fun. Eight minutes. I'll make it open. Show me what you got, Taz. And then I have the U.S. title thing. I have we're doing Severed and Cactus. What did we do with them last week? Anything? Bachwinkle makes a lateral request for U.S. title match. Cactus says no. Okay. All right. So I think Bachwinkle should cut a retaliatory promo. Where he's basically going to be like, Cactus Jack, I thought you were a tough guy. People say you're a loose cannon, you're a crazy person, but I thought you were a tough guy like Severin or Shamrock, but it turns out you're just another yellow-bellied coward, like that kind of thing. I don't think this is how Nick Bockwinkel really talked, but listen, none of you know that. I probably didn't. No one actually knows that. I didn't have to point that out. Calling the person you're feuding with a coward is a real like go-to move on WCW. It's just like when I don't have an idea, call your opponent a coward. Oh, did I forget a storytelling match? I sure did. All right, it's not going to be the main event. It's not going to be Battle Cat. It's not going to be the Coven. Oh boy. Oh boy, I didn't book a. This is one of those ones where the one that makes the most sense is the main event, but I don't like putting storytelling match main event because it usually takes a couple points off it. And I don't want the Coven to tell a story. I want Steamboat and Taz doesn't make any sense. Like I don't want to do it with either of these guys because I want to see what those guys can do. I guess we're going to give it the tag match. You guys tell a story. And then it's still yellow because Koloff, sure. Okay. Let's open the show with the Horsemen. That seems like a safe bet for a hot open. And then right into Ricky Steamboat and Taz, I guess. I don't think I don't think this is better than the Nitro we just booked. Though it might have better promos, which could get us a higher rating. But I'll say like 87. That's what I'm good at. 87. I mean, 91 promo. That's a good start. Not a 100, but we did have all four guys talk, so I think like Tully might have pulled it down a little bit here. An 80 for Ricky Steamboat and Taz. Hell yeah. It's all Ricky Steamboat. Absolutely all Ricky Steamboat, but, you know. This is a good learning experience for old Taz. 81? I mean, oh, the idea, Eagle idea was a failure. That sucks, because it was a near certainty. So Bockwinkel could have fucking cooked here if this had gone through. $56 for John Paul, Levesque, and Koloff. All right, okay. We're not giving up on this JPL push. We're going through with it. We're fucking full steam ahead. $67. So Vampiro, not a promo guy, although I think we knew that about him. I shouldn't really be surprised about that. Bockwinkel sucked on the mic by this point. Yeah, I mean he's legitimately an old man. So yeah, he's like in his 60s or whatever. But he's doing good for us. I will take a 72. I will say, considering that Vampiro has some pop now, a 68, not very good. Not very good. In my mind, Naito left New Japan and signed with SmackDown. I gotta tell you, don't think he's signing with SmackDown in real life. Unless those fucking stem cells he's getting are really fucking turn his career around. I don't think he's gonna keep up with that schedule. 84. These promos with Savage and Eddie, I always expect them to be like 95 to 100, and they're just kind of smack dab here in like the mid 80s every time, which is a little disappointing. Savage in general has kind of been disappointing since we signed up. I mean, like, he's the highest paid guy in the company. He doesn't perform like it, you know? I mean, listen, those stem cells, I mean, genuinely, they could, you know. It's also crazy to me that apparently he wanted time off to do this for a while, and New Japan was just like, no. Like, that's crazy. Japan is built different. 70, that is a squash match for sure. Jimmy Valiant did some good work at ringside, and then he got punched by Richard Slinger. Oh, this got a 51. All right, okay, well. Next week, Richard Slinger gets to cut his, like, you know, he gets to give his manifesto on gimmick wrestling and why it sucks. So we'll see if he can cut a promo. Genuinely, I have no idea. I've never heard Richard Slinger say a word in my life. 79. Oof. Woof! This is back-to-back weeks with sub-80 main events on Saturday night here. Funky, I needed you on your game, big dog. I needed you on your game. 69 for the Piper. Okay. I mean, an 85 is fine. An 85 is fine. This is a fine show. Really got our ass saved by the wide selection of angles. But yeah, this you know, looking at the matches I booked as a whole right now, you know what? Maybe this wasn't a very good. Maybe the game's right. Maybe this was not a very good show. Maybe when you have a John Paul Levesque match, a Coven tag, and a Battle Cat match all right in a row, maybe it's not a great show. Okay. Maritimes. Tomoko Watanabe looking over his shoulder here like, oh, didn't see you there. Okay. I didn't want to let Jun Akiyama leave, but it's doing that thing where, yeah, he's on excursion and won't sign with anybody. So, I mean, we'll shortlist him so that when whatever... I don't know what's going to happen, though, because he was on excursion from All Japan, but now All Japan doesn't exist. So where are you... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. This might be a Yuka thing, like in the AEW save, where she was just in limbo for like a year or whatever. But yeah, we must say goodbye to Jun Akiyama for now. I hope he gets booked. I hope he's not just like... doing nothing the whole time he's gone. That would suck. I mean, he's very good, so he, you know, you would think some of these companies would book him. House show in Ontario, 151 fans, sure. Raul Guerrero became a celebrity due to a brief fad and first showed an interest in the world of pro wrestling on May 15th. Is this an auto-generated thing? I that doesn't seem real. What's going on in Superstars? What are they cooking? I have to go down here to find it. Oh, it aired. The only thing's going to show me the taping. All right, I don't care that. I don't care enough to look. Let's look at this independent show from Fort Wayne, Indiana, instead. Al Snow and the Killer Bees beat Steve Dahl and Davis and Khan. Danny Davis, of course, it's Danny Davis. Who else? This is a '90s indie show. Hell yeah. Homicide. How old are you? 17. You stop. You're too young to be going to Fort Wayne, Indiana to wrestle on an indie. You gotta wait until it's like 2004 and Ian Rotten books you to work an indie in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Then you can go. Oh, Jeff Cobb did the same thing. Sure. I really hope these Canada house shows are increasing our pop there because, boy, business-wise, not very successful. This person looks like they are 14 years old. Oh, I missed the Hardy Boys on that Indy card? Damn. They had everybody. Alright, let's book another Nitro. We are 8 days from Clash, so we'll have next Nitro, and then after, like, the next day is Clash. Clash is on a Tuesday. I'm thinking about randomly doing this show in Japan, although I need to think about if I'm going to have any promos on it that matter. Let me see. Austin and Jumbo, that's already set up. Also, we have plenty of Japanese guys that could cut promos, so that wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, like Masawa could cut a promo. Ultimo, we can send him out there. Brickford and Vader they'll have to wrestle. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go to Japan. I think the only show we've ever run in Japan was that. No, we ran a Nitro. I think the go home before the Tokyo Dome, we also ran in Japan. Yeah, we did a Nitro in the Budokan. Have we ever gone to, like, Osaka? We did. We have, in fact, gone to Osaka. All right, that answers that. We went there in August. And we went to... All right, we're going back to Osaka Joe Hall. All right, give me a finish. Bit of panel, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we only do Nitros in Japan. It pretty much all of the All Japan people we kept are on this roster. Safe bet. All right. Give me an angle idea. Safe bet. Okay. Give me a character idea. Near certainty. All right. Give me another one. Big gamble. Okay. Nami Toyota was brought to Wrestler's Court because she didn't pick up her share of the tab on a rental car. Listen, man, we're in Japan. You don't need to rent a car. Take the fucking Shinkansen. What are you doing? You know better, Manami. You have Ultimate win a title. Brother, he's the light heavyweight champion. Okay, Waltman and Ricky Steamboat are mad at each other. Owen Hart won a video game tournament. Let's see, it's early 1990. Oh, it's early 1995, which means the PlayStation is out in Japan, but I don't think it's out in America yet. Although I could be wrong about that. But in my mind, that's what's happening. They went to Japan, saw a PlayStation, and were like, "Holy shit!" And then Owen brought it to the locker room, "Look, have you guys seen this shit? This is crazy." Playing fucking Battle Arena Toshinden or whatever the fuck. Ron Simmons has been hanging out with Great Sasuke. Has been starting to influence him. Great Sasuke is just walking around going, "Damn. Damn. That's awesome. Training. All right. All right, so let's figure out who's going to cut promos. Jumbo should cut a promo. He's wrestling Steve Austin for the world title in 8 days. We're in Japan. They love him here. So Jumbo is going to hype up the match with Steve Austin. Misawa should probably cut a promo, but also I think I kind of want him to have a big match. Although we've kind of already been doing all that stuff. Ultimo. I would you know what, it would be fun, because Ultimo and Sting last week wrestled each other. Then Marty got involved. Let's do a tag. Let's do Ultimo Dragon teaming with Sting this week to take on Marty Jannetty and, I don't know, a heel. Marty Jannetty and Negro Casas. Negro Casas, do you have any pop in Japan? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, a little bit. About the same as he does in the U.S. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's see. Jannetty is neutral. Ultimo is good. Jannetty needs the win. We'll have it be tainted. Alright, that's fun. Alright, let's do a big 6-man tag man event. Although, I think we did... No, we did 8-man tag a couple weeks ago, so we should be good. Stan Hansen. Big Van Vader. Sting would have been the perfect third for this team. We'll figure something out. Taking on Misawa. Taking on Rick Rude. And then I would like Kobashi to get a main event in Japan. That's fun. Who's the third babyface on this team? Oh, we should put fucking... I'm... Fucking Dr. Death. And then instead of Kobashi, we put fucking Terry Gordy. I fucked that up. But we got there. I'm going to give them like 18. This should be really good. Also, like in Japan, come on. Should be great. Sold out Osaka Joe Hall going crazy. Yeah, these guys are technically in different feuds, which is unfortunate for me, because Dr. Death... Chat, remind me of that at Clash of the Champions, that these guys are technically not in the same feuds. I'll have to, like, advance the storylines of their matches. So we're just... Alright, so we're just gonna go... I think Stan needs the win. Stan lost the WCW title. Stan lost to Masawa. Like, Stan's kind of been losing his big matches recently. Let's go Stan a win. Alright. Alright, you know who else could cut a promo? Tenryu could cut a promo. Basically just, you know, gonna come out here, you know, great Sasuke, I don't even know who you are, I'm a legend, you should respect me, you know, who do you think you are sticking your nose to my business, I'm gonna teach you about respect, I'm gonna, you know, I'm your senpai, don't you forget it. Pillman, Austin. Yeah, Austin's just kind of, like, Jumbo's cutting the promo. Like, Steve can't go out there to cut the promo because he doesn't speak Japanese. So do we just give Steve a match? That feels weird. Oh, we should do something with the women. Let's go mixed tag. We love to do a mixed tag. Let's do Sabu and his good friend Debbie Malenko against Bull Nakano and her good friend Bam Bam Bigelow. That's a crazy match. What did you think of Backlash? Brother, I did not watch a second of Backlash. Let's see. Did I set up Sabu and Bam Bam in a storyline? I did. Bam Bam's is poor. And now that I know that Bam Bam's not leaving, he should probably get this win. Let's give Bam Bam the win. Let's do a distraction by Paulie. But the last season Orton match, oh no. Those guys have wrestled, like, I don't know. How many pay-per-view matches do you think they've had? 10? And, like, they're never good. Let's have Sabu get distracted by Paulie. Sabu is still... Alright, listen. I mean, if we just wanted to cook because it's a Japan show, what we could do is do Owen Hart and Steve Regal against Pillman and Jerry Lynn. And just tell them to fucking cook, you know? I'll give Owen Hart the win over Jerry Lynn. Alright, we need promos. You can cheat and have Steve work the crowd so we won't get dinged. I like it. Good suggestion. Bane stole... I don't... thank you. I'm going to call you Bane. I'm going to have Misawa... I guess his team, really, but Misawa cut a backstage promo beforehand to hype his match. With Terry standing there. With Rick Rude standing there. And they will talk about Vader. And Dr. Death. And Stan Hansen. And we really need to cut another promo. Although there's not really anyone else that I would give a promo to, so we'll probably just have to do like another post-match or before-match promo. Ultimo could ask Sting to be his partner, but Ultimo is not good at talking, but maybe he'll do better in Japan. Let's try it. It only needs to be 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Backstage. Call this character development. Ultimo. Sting. You are being talked at. And then the yellow is going to be Sabu. Oh, we did forget a storytelling match. Okay, alright, okay, alright. I would say we are telling stories in this tag match for sure. And now it's just Sabu being bad. Alright, okay. What are we opening with? I think we open with a match. Let's put like this here. I'm good with that. Although, you know what? I actually would like to book a dark match. We almost never book dark matches, but... You know, we came all the way to Japan. Let's get these Japanese guys on the show, you know? Kenta Kobashi, Akira Taue, and Toshiaki Kawada. If I put Chris Jericho in a dark match, will that count for him teasing a heel turn? I don't know. Let's find out. Chris Jericho. And the Headhunters. And I'm also going to book a women's match. I think Cynthia Moreno does have some pop in Japan. Yeah, she's pretty popular. All right. Cynthia Moreno and Megumi Kudo. The best friends. Will take on Candy Divine has pop in Japan. Huh. Oh, I mean it's gotta be Linus Suzuka and Manami Toyota. I mean it has to be. I think Toyota has to win. What a fucking pre-show. Those matches rock. Hard to exactly say what we'll get because the show is in Japan, so that's going to be different than usual. But I think this is a good show. I think we can get a 90. I think this should be the best show we've done so far. I'll say a 91. This match got an 80. I should have put this. We should go to Japan more often, where they care about the women we have on our roster. That would be a good idea. And this got an 81. This was also... Alright, this is a great sign for how the rest of the show is going to go. Taue has a gimmick that's getting stale. And what would you say that gimmick is? Tall man? No, don't. I don't want him to change either his gimmick or his thing yet. Okay, this got a 79, so worse than both of our dark matches, but you know, we're telling stories and whatnot. $89 for the Jumbo promo. I will take that. That is good. Glad Steve Austin got to be there. I assumed for working the crowd the whole time, Jumbo is like in the ring cutting the promo, and Austin is just standing in the aisleway reacting to everything he says, kicking the guardrail a lot, you know, that kind of stuff. 76. I mean, this is just a backstage thing. That's fine. An 80? I will take... And that was with Sabu and Debbie Malenko having no chemistry. So this actually could have been better than an 80. Yeah, Bull got a 70. Bam Bam got an 88. Bam Bam also very over in Japan. That's good to know. But, I mean, an 80 overall match should be huge for the women's title feud. I mean, they need it. 80 for the Tenru promo. I had hoped he was going to really cook here. Although maybe because he was talking about Sasuke, who isn't really over in Japan at this point either. So maybe that didn't go great. Like maybe they didn't care because he was talking about Sasuke. Although I don't know if that super matters. 87? Wow, that was all Sting and Ultimo, but we'll take it. Ultimo got a better rating in this match than Sting. Suck it, Sting. There's a new ace in WCW, and his name is Ultimo Dragon. Uh, 77 for the Masawa promo. That's not great. I thought him cutting a promo for his, you know, Japanese crowd would do well, but it did not. I'm hoping this 6-man main event it gets like a 95. Like this should be great. 93. Okay, not quite a 95, but an excellent TV main event for sure. Yeah, Ultimo's... Listen, Ultimo's... he's kind of becoming a guy. The problem with Ultimo, though, is, like, he cannot talk. His promos are bad. 91. That's exactly what I guessed. Good job, me. Yeah, I mean, this is a very good show. When I book shows in Japan, it kind of forces me to be like more wrestling focused, which maybe doesn't do the best for like telling long term stories, but boy, it makes for good shows, especially on this brand where we have a ton of great workers. We also made a good amount of money coming out here, but maybe we should run. Honestly, maybe Nitro should just run in Japan. Although I don't. The only real areas that have big enough buildings are Tokyo and Osaka, so we would probably burn those places out pretty quick if we ran there every week. But we should come to Japan more with Nitro. We should come to Japan more often. Hey, up in Chubu. Love to see it. Oh, we did it. We did a Tokyo Dome pay per view this year. We will do one again in 1995 for sure. But maybe, I mean, maybe we could do more. Maybe we could do like 2 a year. Because, since we bought All Japan, we absorbed all their pop. We are very popular in Japan. I think we are actually the number one company in Japan. I think we're more popular than New Japan. Vader says Jerry Lynn sucks. Thank you, Vader. Dusty Rhodes says Debbie Malenko is money. Strap a rock. Listen, we're trying. We're trying real hard to make Debbie, or really any of our women, over. And it's just. I mean, she is up 11 points. It's just 11 points has only brought her to a 20 from a 9. Sabu, yeah, we should give Sabu money. Ooh, I didn't even really pay attention, but we had a much higher number for TV. I assume because we ran Japan, it was like on at a better time there. Now is hiring. Look at all the people we could have been booking if we had gone to Now. We could have been booking Shinji Shino, Hiromichi Fuyuki, Flying Kid Ichihara. We all our faves. Satoru Asako, Vern Siebert, just token white guy. I mean, he's still happy, but I mean, again, we did it for Furnace. We'll give him 5K anyway, just because we said we would. Money's fake. Poison Sawada Julie? I mean, come on. I don't even think he's doing that gimmick yet. I think this is just him trying to be a normal wrestler. Although, I don't know, it's still doing the poison part. Oh, no. Oh, broken toe. He's fine. What's this? Oh, we got a graduate. Brett Waterman. Let's see. This is a big boy. 6'6", 325. Could have good puro, could have good tech, could have charisma. I don't really like getting the signing the fake guys and using them, but I don't know. This guy's got potential. I think we're gonna sign him. Yeah, Koloff is leaving. That's why I didn't care. Yeah, let's send this guy to Smoky Mountain. I can't wait till like you know, 15 episodes from now where, like, I'm looking at people to call up and I'm like, who the fuck is Brett Waterman? Saskatchewan. They love us there. All right, let's book this Saturday night. Oh, shit. I accidentally right-clicked select tonight's location. Where are we running? We're running the Florida Bank Center in the southeast. That's what it auto-picked. All right, cool. Also, apparently there was a pre-show incident that it just auto-skipped. Wow, it really sucks that if you accidentally right-click, you're just fucked. There's no no way to go back. All right, give me character ideas. Safe bet, thank you. Give me a finish. Big gamble, no thanks. I want to do a local to global for the Maritimes, but it's impossible. Yeah, that seems like it would be rough. I would assume, like, for local talent in the Maritimes, there's probably, like, 2 people or something. Near certainty for Rick Rude? Okay. Likely for Jumbo. Alright. Locker room incidents. Randy Savage yelled at Bobby Heenan. Always. Battlecat yelled at Bobby Heenan. Battlecat, you cannot. Gary I don't think we've booked Gary Albright yet. Rick Rude and Tenryu have heat. Okay. Thank you, Savage. Richard Morton has a character idea. All right. Okay. All right. Right, we have our big mystery tag match main event. I guess it's the main event. I actually don't know if it's the main event. It depends on who these tag partners are, let me tell you. Let's see. Oh, what a spot this would be to finally use Gary Albright. No, that's crazy. Kamala would be really funny. But I think how we're gonna play this, is Eddie's gonna be like, haha, I got Dan Severn, and then Randy Savage is gonna be like, well, by crazy coincidence, I got Cactus Jack, who's feuding Dan Severn. Wow, I can't believe that happened. What a wild, wow. Really makes you think. Fuck it, we got Team Mustache versus Team Beard. That's the real story here. Yeah, Albright's on this brand. I don't remember why. We were gonna give him something to do, and then that didn't happen, and he's just kind of been in limbo on this brand since then. Who needs it? Fairly poor. Eddie's is fairly poor. That actually makes sense because he's not been able to beat Savage. I mean, Savage isn't gonna lose to him, but he could probably pin Cactus. Let's just put him over. I doubt he'll pin Savage, but he can win the match. That'll be good. All right. We can turn Arn and Kurt now, yeah? Yeah, 3. Yes, we can do the turn. All right. Let me think. How do we want to do this? We want to do... All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Arn and Rick. There's not... I was going to have them, like, lose a tag match, but there's not really anyone they could lose to other than the Steiners, but I don't think they can wrestle the Steiners again. Oh, okay. If we put Steamboat on this side, okay, then we could do Kurt Hennig, because he was feuding Steamboat. That makes some sense. And Steamboat's partner, it could just be fucking whoever. Koloff has kind of canonically been a friend of Steamboat, but like he's very cold and very angry, so he would drag this match down. Warrior we have basically written off, so it can't be him. So it's about to be fucking. It's either Ken Shamrock or Kamala. I'm gonna go with Ken Shamrock, even though that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I can't be Kamala. That's crazy. Oh, I put Arn and Kurt. Those are not. I wanted Rick and Kurt. $14. Steamboat is winning. I guess I would like Rick to lose, but I don't know if he will. And then we will do partner miscommunication from Kurt. This is absolutely the storytelling match. And then afterwards, Rick is going to attack Kurt and blame him for the loss. And then Tully is going to come out. And he is going to start helping beat up Kurt. And then Arn is going to come out. And you think he's going to, help them. Like, he's not going to want to do it. And they're going to be like, Rick's going to, like, get in his face and be like, you better fucking stop him or whatever. And then Arn is going to, act like he's going to go to hit him. And then he'll, pick up Rick and fucking spine bust him. And then he'll start punching Tully and going crazy and shit. And this is the turn. This is the big face turn. Turn Kurt Hennig. Turn Arn Anderson. Angle idea? Oh, we have Rick. What's the Ric Flair one? It's only a likely. Let's use this. Let's use this safe bet angle idea. 6 minutes seems like a long time for like a making the save face turn thing, but this is a big angle, so I think I want to give it 6 minutes. Down Hennig. Arn refuses to help. Turns face and beats up Horseman. All right. Steiners are just kind of. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give the fucking Spooky Boys another win. So we'll have Vampiro and the Widowmaker beat Larry Zbyszko and Nikita Koloff. Can you tell those guys are about to leave? 8 minutes. Vampiro's going over. And then we'll do a backstage promo after their match, where Scott and Rick will just be a background player. And Magnum. We'll talk about Vampiro and the Widowmaker. Basically be like, Vampiro, this guy's talking about wants our tag team titles. But this is just about tag team titles. He set the Ultimate Warrior on fire. No one else is talking about it. That's pretty messed up. Maybe a better angle would be like, you know, just because you set Ultimate Warrior on fire doesn't mean we're afraid of you, kind of thing. That's probably a better way to look at that. Oh, Terry Funk and Piper have to cut a promo. Just those two fucking maniacs yelling at each other. Piper, you Scottish son of a bitch, what the hell are you doing out there saving me? And then Piper just being like, oh, it just seemed like the right thing to do. Ever since my other tag partner got burned to a crisp, I've had a lot of free time on my hands. I say it's explaining their alliance, but it's not going to explain anything. These, like I said, these guys are just going to fucking. I'm giving these guys 6 minutes and telling them to cut a promo explaining their partnership, and they're going to go out there and fucking ramble incoherently and yell and scream. Oh, you know what we need? You know what we need? We need a JPL match, boys. Is there like a oh, Abyss is a local worker. Is there like a local worker with pop that we could feed to JPL? That would be Brian Blair. He's looking pretty good. Bill Eadie, although he might be retired. Yeah, he is. Fucking Giant Baba's a local worker in the Southeast? That's so funny. Oh, bringing in Giant Baba to do a job to Triple H is fucking evil. I can't do it. I can't do it. Mr. Fuji. Sika, I think he's retired. Steve Kern. We can bring Skinner in. Superstar Billy Graham, he's going to be retired. Mongolian Stomper. I assume the Mongolian Stomper is retired. I actually don't know. Yeah, he's retired. All right, we're going to go with B. Brian Blair. He's going to come in and do the job to old John Paul as we continue to try and heat him up for his horseman push. Avalanche. Let's. I mean, if Avalanche and Dave Finlay should probably just squash some guys. Let's do that. If those other guys are going to talk. You guys ever squash the Italians? No. Perfect. Let's give Dave Finlay the win. We got 6 more minutes, so we probably need a promo. I mean, Steve Austin is here. Oh, I'm sorry. Richard Slinger has to cut his promo. We're gonna let him cook. We're gonna see what happens. Richard Slinger. I am a serious wrestler. I hate cartoons. I will destroy the Battle Cat. All right, Big Dog, you got 6 minutes. Let's see what happens. I wish I didn't use that angle idea on the Four Horsemen thing, but that's important, and this is less important. You know what? Let's use that Ric Flair likely, and then let's give them the safe bet. Oh, I didn't save that. Although, do I want to use a likely? Maybe I just use nothing. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try the Ric Flair likely. And I will end the Battle Cat. This could be, like, I genuinely have no idea. Like, this could get, like, a 40. I have no idea how he is at promos. I think we open with the Horseman match and then the turn right after, because that's gonna be hot. That's a Saturday night, let me tell you. You know, I might throw a creative finish on this if we have like a safe bet or something. I mean, we have a lot. I'm sure somewhere in here there's a safe bet. Let's throw a safe bet on this finish. I'm going for show of the stream here. I want to get what do we get? 91 in Japan. I want a 92 or better. That's what I want. 90? Good start. Good start. This maybe should have been the main event, but it is what it is. It's a good open. And then 86 for the turn angle. Good. The Ric Flair likely worked. All right. Arn Anderson is a babyface. Complete success. Kurt Hennig is a babyface. Complete success. All right, great. 70. Perfect squash match. Well done. Dave Finley, 62. He's getting there. We're getting somewhere. A 69 for the Richard Slinger promo. You know what? That's okay. I mean, the angle idea came through. So without that, this probably gets like a 61 or 62 or something like that. So not bad. He's you know, he's not like a disaster on the microphone. 63 for the JPL match. He did worse than B. Brian Blair, a guy that we used to book as like a gatekeeper and is now unemployed. So, you know, not great, but the JPL train keeps on going down the tracks. There's no brakes on the JPL train. We're going. 82. Funk and Piper are kind of in the same boat as Randy Savage, where it's like I always expect them to do like 90 plus promos, and they just kind of give me an 82 every time. It's got a 70. That's fine. Vampiro got a 75 in this match. That's kind of more what I'm expecting to see from him. I don't know why he got a 68 last week, but I'll take it. I'll take it here. And the Steiner said, those guys suck. Fuck them. They're nerds. Fuck their spooky bullshit. I'm gonna Frankenstein his ass. 93. There we go. Good. Creative finish definitely bumped this up a little bit. But that's what it's there for. That's why you get them. Uh, 92. That is exactly what I was going for. Let's go. We did it. Okay. Pop recap. Show me the Maritimes. Oh, and Chubu and Kyushu. Okay. Actually gained a point in Chubu. All right, boys. That is going to do it. Next week we will have the go home for Nitro. We'll have the go home Nitro for Clash, and then Clash, and then we'll do a Saturday night, and that might be the whole stream. Maybe we'll get a second Nitro in. We'll see about that. Oh, Thursday. I almost forgot. I don't think there's going to be a stream on Thursday, because the Knicks aren't playing, but I keep giving myself dental appointments on Thursdays, or more so, they give me dental appointments on Thursdays, and then I don't think about it and go, yeah, that's fine. And then the Thursday comes, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm getting my teeth worked on. I'm not going to want to talk into a microphone for 3 hours. So, very unlikely that there's a stream on Thursday. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. But we're probably going to have to move it again. This one's my bad. The Nick Innocente here. That's on me. But if a stream does happen for AEW this week, we will be, let's see, we're coming up to Nick's pay-per-view. Actually, I don't think we have a pay-per-view coming up at all, really. Like, Nick's pay-per-view is next, but I don't think we'll reach it on the next stream. So, some good old building up some TVs. Everyone loves that. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. Come watch live Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/Swarls. And that's it. Bye, everybody.